Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is the most iconic series of all the Power Rangers series for a lot of reasons. From its unique characters, being the first of the series, but also because of it being a dinosaur theme. Well, for half the team at least. We don't have to go into that argument of Dragon Zord being a Godzilla copy and Saber Tiger and Mastodon are not dinosaurs in the first place. But some of the designs of mmpr kind of confuse you because you're looking at it and you're going, hang on, how is this dinosaur themed? Now, the main thing that people always look at from the mmpr suits is that they have this diamond. How does diamond designs fit into the mmpr theme of dinosaurs? They were originally supposed to be dinosaur teeth on the suits. It never came off as teeth, and everyone always just saw it as a diamond motif. So in the other future dinosaur seasons, like Dino Thunder, Dino Fury, Dino Charge, they always made sure to have the diamonds face sideways so they look more actually like teeth. Now, another thing that people may not notice that's very dinosaur-esque is the power morpher / dino buckler from Zyuranger. Now, how does this look like it's for something that's dinosaur themed? Well, if you look closely, the way the power morpher opens when you morph, it opens and splits up. Notice how it has these weird zigzag patterns? Well, it resembles the shape of an egg. And if you ever watch Zyuranger during their henshin sequence, when the dino buckler opens, the energy from the dino buckler moves across the edge, almost like an egg hatching, and then it reaches the center. Now, the power coin / the medallions are the main power source of any of the mmpr Rangers. But did you ever notice that when a Ranger puts the power coin in a power morpher, it goes into the center of a power morpher? Now, what is at the center of an egg? An embryo. So when you watch the henshin sequence in Zyuranger, you'll notice that the energy goes from the edges to the center. The egg hatches and releases its contents out. Another aspect that you can look at from the power morpher is that it's the most important thing of any ranger. It's just like an egg from any animal species. A family will protect their young, because they're always endangered of being eaten from any type of prey. Just like the power morpher is, that anyone would want their power coins for the power or in order to stop a ranger and destroy them. One thing that was not brought over to mmpr was the dino bucklers were used as melee weapons, the hard shell of the egg protecting the rangers. There are a lot of Power Ranger seasons that have designs that at first glance you may not realize, oh, how does this fit into the theme or element of the show? But then when you think about it, you were like, oh yeah, you know what? These designers came up with a really unique, cool idea. The Zyuranger Z emblem on the back also resembles two claws joined together, symbolizing teamwork. The physical designs, what the morphers can do, what abilities can come out from their suits. And also you can interpret things in additional ways to be like, oh yeah, that makes even more sense. Like the Zyuranger's main plot with Pandora kidnapping kids around Japan after what happened to her son, there's parallels between the Rangers and her. Even when the Rangers lost their powers at the end of mmpr, they worked very similar to what would happen if you cracked an egg. The embryo can't survive, just like the power coins. They were severely damaged during the last fight in mmpr, and they were dangerous to use, just like what happened in Always a Chance with Adam. That's what I always liked about mmpr. Its designs, compared to like other seasons, it's fairly unique, because most morphers in later seasons were wrist designs, and their designs kind of like went all over the place. I think in the older seasons, they wanted more functionality, more like this makes sense, versus like in later seasons where they kind of go, well, we've done so many different designs over the years, let's just like put in more stuff, make it more extravagant. Me particularly, I like the older designs from the early days like mmpr, or even the early days of the Super Sentai seasons, because when they thought about like, well, how do we design the suits and how do we design the changers and all those things, they were kind of more unique in that case. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little simple video where you actually know that there's actually a little bit more detail when it comes to Power Rangers rather than it just being a hodgepodge of different parts here and there. And it shows that they actually, put in extra effort into like making the world feel more believable, more realistic, that there's actually a progressing theme throughout the seasons.